Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you.
Hello and welcome back into the tub for episode 71. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And on this week's episode, last few weeks it's been, the two of us just having chats.
You get a break from us this week.
Yes, this week it is a pleasure for us to bring a full episode interview with the beautiful ginger GILF next door, Ruby Lynne. From a business standpoint, a content creation standpoint, she's great. Been in the industry just over 3.5 years, making a name for herself at growing her brand. And it was a pleasure finally getting to meet her back in Chicago, Exotica. And we've been really kind of working out schedules to try to get some time to sit down and talk, and really glad we did. Fun time. She as well has a podcast, which is a great listen. So we say always, be sure to show support to these content creators, the performers, these entertainers that we have on the show, and Ruby is no different. Be sure to check out her website and social medias, and jump into any of your podcast platforms, the one you're listening to this on right now, and subscribe and give the Granny Panties podcast a listen.
I think you just like saying granny panty.
Maybe. So with that, we're not really going to take up too much more of your time. Again, we thank you for listening. Please get on Apple Podcast, click on In the Tub, and leave a review. Those do matter. It's always nice to see that come through, and to get some comments, to get some information back from the listeners. Remember to follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook. You can, again, listen to this podcast at inourtub.com or on any of your major podcast platforms, Apple, iHeart, Google, Stitcher, Pandora. Once again, support all of these creators, whether it be follows, always paying for your porn, and again, just showing them love, showing them the support that they deserve.
And respect.
And respect, yes. Another one of those big words that we like to use around here. The 3 C's and respect as well. But again, with that, we're going to jump right into the interview. So take care of yourself. Spend some time doing the things you enjoy that make you feel healthy and happy.
Be kind to others.
Summertime's here. Make sure you get the vitamin D, however you like to get your vitamin D.
Whichever form you prefer.
Yes. Inside, outside, in the yard, on the patio, in the pool. Hey, try to make it as legal or don't get caught. All right, welcome back into the tub this week. As we had shared, we have a very special guest joining us, so we're not alone here today. Our next guest is a multi-award nominated content creator and model. She's your sexy GILF next door that has gone from civilian work to steamy ginger sex scenes and podcast host, amassing almost 200,000 followers on Instagram. The sky is the limit for this determined, badass entrepreneur as she continues to grow her brand day by day. Please welcome Ruby Lynne. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me on. I'm excited.
Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. As we said, you got a lot going on, busy, determined, focused.
I am super busy. I was so excited I got to meet you guys in Chicago. So
yes, it was nice.
Too.
Yeah, it was nice to finally kind of. We've seen each other in passing numerous times at conventions, and we were able to really kind of sit down and talk briefly in Chicago. So again, glad you could join us here today.
Thank you.
As we slide into the tub for our conversation, can you let all the listeners know, if they do not already, where they can find you or where the best place to find you is on social media or online?
The best place is to go to Ruby Lynne, RubyLynne.com. It is all things Ruby. You will find every link there. That's my website. So that's the place to be.
One-stop shopping.
Yes, I want to make it easy.
There you go.
And there's so much that goes into that, especially nowadays with, unfortunately, the way some of social medias happen and changing screen names, this, that, everything. That one landing page is great.
Yes, I agree. Makes it easier than 25 different links, especially when I have 4 Instagram accounts. So I have a little over 500,000 followers now on IG.
Well, and there you go. Yes, so that is, as we had mentioned, the 200,000. That's on your main profile.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, social media that's a whole nother podcast segment.
Social media is a whole other job.
It is. Actually, yeah, Rex runs all of my Instagrams, thank goodness. So it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And just from the bit that we do, it's like, oh, it's stressful. It's taxing. It's, oh, did I get one out today? I have DMs. I have this. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. And also along with the changing algorithms, like Instagram recently had a big change, but they don't tell anybody. You just know because all of a sudden you've gotten no followers, for 24 hours. And it's like, what's going on here? So yeah, also trying to hack into all that and figure it out.
Yeah, that Twitter, you'll just turn around and overnight you're down 800 or 900 followers. It's like, wait a minute, what happened? Where'd it go?
Right.
Or your shadow banned.
Well, yes, the whole shadow ban world in Twitter is.
I've been search banned literally since the day I made my account.
No, geez.
It's wild.
And there's no rhyme or reason.
No. Nope. Well, hopefully Mr. Musk will figure that out and change it.
Yeah, exactly. First question, really,
Yes.
as we try to share your story with the listener. So how long have you been a content creator? How long have you been doing, adult industry work?
So about I guess now I can say over 3.5 years. So it was January of 2020, right before the pandemic. Had no idea the world was going to shut down. And that's where it started. I initially started selling dirty panties online. I got into a naughty ladies Facebook group on Facebook called Scarlett's Chambers. I'm still in that group today. But somebody was talking about making extra money selling dirty panties. And I'm like, I need extra money. I was working as a social worker at the time, wanted to travel, but just wasn't in our budget for the kind of trips I wanted to do. And so literally saw those posts in that Facebook group, made an account, started selling panties. That led to guys wanting to order content, like we want a video of you doing X, Y, and Z in the panties, that kind of thing. So that led to making content. So then I'm a researcher and I saw the money coming in and I thought, this is a serious business. So started looking for a clip site and, then got into live cam and it just kept expanding.
Nice.
Yeah. And I do remember kind of the first time I saw it, it's like, okay, people are selling worn panties.
Yeah.
But for that, the growth and as well, hey, why not? If you're selling them, then hey, let's show a video clip of me wearing them or doing whatever. So
Right.
what a progression in 3.5 years.
Yeah. And really, I feel like the first 18 months just exploded. Unbelievable. Before we knew it, we were getting award nominations. We're like, where did that come from? We didn't even know there was award shows for this kind of, for content or live webcam. And so that was really exciting.
Well, and if you said you started in January too, and then COVID hit,
Yeah.
then all of that kind of camming and all that kind of exploded because people were stuck in their houses.
Yeah, it almost was good timing in that way, getting in prior and getting your feet wet. I mean, for lack of better terms, you got your feet wet, and then all hell broke loose, and that industry just skyrocketed.
Yeah, we have a joke between us that COVID was good to us. The pandemic treated us well.
Yeah.
Because you've got to make lemonade out of lemons.
Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. And there was a lot of hard times through that.
Absolutely.
In the right place at the right time for you.
Yeah. It was a whirlwind. It was fun.
With that progression, then you got into creating content with other performers, other people. Was that something you envisioned early on as it started, or?
It's hard to say. So my partner and I had been in the swing lifestyle at this point now about 15 years. So, having different partners or partners outside of each other wasn't new to us. But initially in the business, I didn't even give that a thought. I wasn't even thinking beyond, this month, next month, goals, financial goals, making the content. We would film our cam shows, which made for great. You can repurpose that content. And I actually didn't do my first collab with another creator until May of 22. So just a little over a year ago was the first time that I kind of branched out and shot with somebody else.
Yeah, so your first maybe 2.5 years was all solo.
Right. I did shoot for a studio. I take that back. So
Okay.
December of 21, I did shoot for a studio of which I shot with, another creator, of course. That was really my first, but.
Very nice. Well, and again, so when that all came about, again, as you shared, you were in the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, from our side, yes, we've been in that lifestyle, listeners know, for 13, 14 years. So that's nothing new. It just might be something new on camera for people. That's a little different sometimes. Yes. Because, there's, geez, in the lifestyle, there's cameras and pictures around. Ain't gonna lie about that.
Right. We had never participated in front of a camera during our swing lifestyle. But, now I can say that actually getting into adult has it's changed our swinging lifestyle. Like, we don't really do it anymore.
And I guess we could see that from the testing, that change.
Right. I had always had an issue with playing. I have a public health background. And so like the STI, and my specialty used to be STI and communicable disease. And so that was always an issue for me, but I think I just kind of blocked it out of my mind. But once we got into creating content with others, then my problem was I'm so busy. I work 16-hour days. It's like, okay, if we're going to play with you, we're going to have you sign a 2257. We're going to film it. We're going to sell it.
Yeah. We're going to have fun, but we're going to make money.
Well, I'm going to make money off of it. Yeah.
Hey,
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that either. I mean, hey, yeah, we're going to enjoy it, but at the end of the day, we got to put something in the bank account.
Right. When you're so busy and you have such limited time that, got to make it worth it.
Well, as you said, making your free time worth it.
Right.
So what do you
Right.
enjoy in your free time?
Gosh, a few different things. I love binge watching a Netflix series or a series. I'm currently binge watching Yellowstone, so that's kind of my guilty pleasure.
Oh, we've never
Love wine tasting, craft whiskey. Those are
Craft
some things I
whiskey.
enjoy.
I'm a bourbon guy. I have pretty substantial bourbon collection. She's like, another bottle?
Nice.
Really? I'm like, no, are you going to finish that one? I'm like,
lot?
no, there's
Too
like,
many?
yeah, I'm like, there's a drink and a half left in there. That drink is for a special occasion. It's
I'm
going to
like,
stay there.
why is this bottle still sitting around here? There's only
Right?
No, when we were in Chicago, when we met you at Exotica, it was funny because she knows on Saturday morning. So in Pennsylvania, it's a state-controlled liquor state.
Ah,
It's tough to get liquor in this state, to get certain stuff in this state. So
and then you're limited how much you
Yeah.
can buy at once.
on some of the harder to find ones, like a
Interesting.
Buffalo Trace, when they have it, you can buy 2 bottles at a time. They limit you.
gotcha.
Saturday morning in Chicago, I got up, I got a shower. She went, I went, where do you think I'm going? She went, you're going to the liquor store, right? I said, yes, I am.
I don't even ask anymore.
I'm like, I'm paying the $30 to get the car out of the garage.
I just try
And
to
I'm gonna
figure
go.
out where else I can send you to make the $30 worth it.
Yeah. And then I'm going to get back in the garage. Because I'm going to buy liquor.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you,
I enjoy hiking, playing with my grandkids.
Very nice. Outdoors then.
Yeah,
as well.
I do like outdoors. Absolutely.
Good.
I like to travel, so that's good. Travel.
So travel wise are you more of, wilderness country, or is it beach, warm weather, give me the sun and the sand?
Yeah, so I'm definitely a warm weather beach. I like the city as opposed to the mountains. I'm
Okay.
kind of a city girl. And the reason being, I grew up a very extreme rural logging town outside Seattle. And so it was very isolating. So I grew up in that. It's like, that's not what I enjoy. So
Nice.
I love Florida, love all the beaches. A little over a year ago, we did a 2-week trip to the UK and traveled England and Scotland by train. That was awesome.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So, yeah, I like adventure stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. Get out and enjoy it. As you said, you work so much.
Yeah.
When you can get out and enjoy it, that's what it's about.
Yep.
Good. Any fun locations on tap this year?
No. Headed to Vegas in August, for a week to shoot some collabs, also renting a house with some other creators to
Nice.
kind of kick back, relax, brainstorm some content. Looking forward to that. So that'll actually be a little bit of relaxation and work,
Yeah.
about 50-50. But no international travel this year that I can foresee. Definitely next year.
All right. August in Vegas is hot.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love the heat.
Well,
oh, that's a bit.
we're going to
too
be
warm.
there our plans are we're going to be in Vegas in August as well. And I'm
nice.
like, ooh, you know how hot that's going to be?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a whole West Coast trip, so I'm like
Nice.
it'll be fun. We're going
Well, if you get out to Portland, Oregon, you're going to have to look me up so we can go have some bourbon.
Yeah, we're actually, I think it's going to be, the plan is Vegas, Yellowstone, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, and then back home, Route 66.
Nice. Oh my gosh, you're going to have a great
That's
time.
the plan. We'll see how it works. That's the plan.
That is awesome.
Well, so as we went down through and looked through some of your social media, different things like that, you do a lot of stuff on ePlay.
Yes.
Can you give a little bit of a background? We're a little familiar with the ePlay platform, but not sure that listeners really are. What is the platform about? What does it consist of?
So ePlay is amazing because it is a platform that allows gaming. You could do live sex shows. You could do yoga. You can do pretty much all kinds of streaming on ePlay, and that's kind of what drew us to it. I'm not a gamer. I'm trying to be a gamer. But what we liked about it was just the ease of use, the attention to any kind of support issues that you have. They have a great team for that. And yeah, we really like ePlay. We're VIP Key Club ambassadors, and we have been for the last 2 years. So we enjoy being there, helping others, love to help other people on board. If they're, come on the site, give them any tips, help that we can.
Very nice. That support thing for new people is great as well.
Yeah, and they have one of the higher payouts as well.
Okay.
So they pay like 7 cents a token versus most token sites are 5 cents. So you do make a little bit more money over there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And if it's more open, I guess maybe is the right word. I know we've seen a large group on Twitch, and that's kind of grown recently. But at the same time, I know that when it comes to nudity and things like that, that's not permitted there.
Correct. So ePlay can be like a naughty Twitch.
Okay. Very nice. And again, we saw that on your timeline. We have we haven't done a lot of research and digging into it. We've looked a little bit, but to give listeners just another platform, really.
Yeah, for sure. And so many creators are moving to ePlay too, just for more freedom of ability to game and that kind of thing.
To tie it all in, great.
Yeah, some platforms, while you can probably game, they really limit it to like specific games or maybe not any games, or, this one just gives you that creative license to kind of do, be what you want to be.
Okay. So from that platform, what somebody jumps into Ruby Lynne's room, what can they expect?
Oh my gosh. It's a variety of things. So I frequently, probably at least 4 days a week, I do a voyeur cam. So I will turn on the camera in the morning. You're going to see me from the minute I get out of the shower. You're going to get ready with me. I drag you along the house with me, whether I'm folding laundry or doing my makeup and lashes. That's kind of fun. My viewers love it. They look forward to it. If I'm not on, one morning, they're messaging me like, "Where were you? What was going on? What are you doing?" So I do solo shows in the afternoon as well. Sometimes I do 3 shows a day. It depends on the day. In the afternoon, I always do a solo, hardcore show. And then evenings, we do a hardcore couple show.
Variety.
It is a variety. Yeah. We could be streaming on our back patio 1 minute. The next minute, we might be in our living room. The next time, we might be here in our cam space.
Cool.
Yeah. That is so.
But I think that's gone to what people want to see, is more of that, people like them, pretty much.
Yeah, the voyeur cam is really popular because you're kind of going about your daily video, and some people are just like, they want to know what are you like off cam, basically, and so that kind of just gives you another side to who we are. Like, yeah, I have laundry. You're going to see me unloading the dishwasher. Let's make some coffee. And they just love it. They feel like they're a part of your life.
And that's, I think, we talked a little bit about before we started recording. That's really some of what we really want to portray with the podcast is, as content creators and performers, yes, you have that stuff you need to do. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a magic wand and all that stuff gets done and you're on cam playing and having sex all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Life goes on.
That's a misconception that you literally are having sex every single day, multiple times a day.
Yeah. No. Somebody's still got to cook the dinner and clean up when you're done.
Right. Still have to mop, at some point.
Yeah.
Speaking of cooking, so who does the cooking? Are you more likely to get into the kitchen? And so
that's me.
What's your specialty?
Oh gosh, what's my specialty? I'm a good cook. I'm kind of a gourmet cook. And actually in our cam, I do a lot of kitchen shows. I just did one yesterday.
I saw that yesterday on social media. I'm like,
Sunday kitchen shows.
I put a little note down. I'm like, we got to ask about this one. I missed that.
My specialty, I make a mean soup. I've got some soup recipes that were handed down from my mom that I like to do. I'm quite a baker. I'm a pie maker. You may have seen some of my pie making videos on Instagram. Spin them a little differently than some, but yeah, I do like to cook. We raised 5 kids, so kind of now in the empty nester phase, I'm all about like the home meal delivery. Let me scan the barcode and put it in my, smart oven.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's totally different to go from cooking for 7 to cooking for 2.
Oh, yeah.
Or 1,
Absolutely. Yeah. I still find sometimes when I cook that I'm still cooking for an army.
That's this one right here.
Yeah.
All the time, no matter how many people.
Yeah.
We have parties and stuff, and no one will ever go hungry. If anybody
That's
leaves
right.
hungry, it's their own fault.
Yeah. And after I've eaten the same leftover for the 3rd day, I'm like, oh, hell no. I've got to.
Uh-huh.
I'm either freezing it and taking it to my dad, or I'm going to throw it out.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Freeze it, vac pack it, and it'll be like, hey, it'll be good. Hey, in 2 weeks, we'll thaw it out and rehab it again. And
yeah, just give us a little time in between.
Yeah.
And we do like to always kind of ask those food questions because we actually met in culinary school.
Oh, that's so cool.
She has gotten out of that into the healthcare side, but I still do restaurant consulting and sales. I help a friend run a restaurant. I am always literally still in the kitchen.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. So when it comes to food, it's always nice to see what other people are kind of into and what flair and what flavors and what they enjoy doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy cooking, but to be honest, we're so busy that I just don't have time for it. So
it takes planning and thought, and it's like, okay, yeah. And then you get around dinner time, and it's like, oh, I didn't pull anything out. I didn't plan. All right, what are we going to do?
Exactly.
Where are we calling for takeout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am loving the meal delivery service. I did HelloFresh for about 6 months, and now I'm trying the Tovala smart oven where you get the meals and you just scan the barcode, put it in the oven, and it cooks it perfectly.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, we've not heard of that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Nice. I'll have to.
So they send you the oven and the meals?
Yeah, so you buy the oven. It's like $69-$99 or something like that. It's a smart oven. It's also an air fryer, the whole thing. It like takes the place of a whole bunch of appliances. But yeah, you just order your meals, however many you want per week, whether it's 4, 8, 10, and you get it. And it comes with a card. You just scan your little barcode on the oven. It pre-programs it for the heat and time, and you stick your little pans in there. And
Wow.
about 20, 25 minutes later, you have a full meal.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig into that one.
Yeah.
That's more up my alley than yours.
Well, yeah.
You'd still
Yeah.
rather,
Yeah.
me, you're the one that can open the cupboards and open the fridge, not measure a thing, and just throw things together. And it's amazing. It would turn out more like a mad scientist experiment if I tried to do that. I need to plan what I'm making and make sure everything's there, or it's easier for me to just pick up the phone and order a pizza or something.
Call Chinese.
For me, it's just a time saver. There, to work as many aspects of the business as I do, I had to automate something. So now it's like my groceries I order on Instacart. Anything that's not groceries is coming at Amazon Prime, and then I've got my meal delivery service. So if I don't even have to go to a store, I'm happy.
And honestly, that just saves so much hassle sometimes and going and I hate to say dealing with people, but sometimes it's literally dealing with people.
Right. Or impulse buys. So it might seem more expensive, for this meal delivery service. It runs me like $130 a week. But if I was going to the grocery store, I'm sure I'd spend $130 and it wouldn't necessarily.
It wouldn't be healthy and
you'd
a
have
lot of
extra
impulse.
stuff.
Right.
No.
Oh, I do the same thing. It's horrible. I go grocery shopping all the time when I'm hungry, and then I end up with these things that it's like, what am I thinking?
Right.
Yep. We talked about e-play and that. So let's chat a little bit about the Granny Panty podcast. And
I think you just like saying granny panty.
yeah,
It's kind of tongue-in-cheek naughty, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And so actually, the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, so we're going to ask kind of where the name came from. But I think we probably covered that at the beginning, where your start came from.
Yes, and it did come from that. I actually used, I believe it was Chat GPT or Google at that point, where I put in great name for a mature podcast, women's empowerment, that kind of thing, adult creators, and just kind of chose it because you're right. It did definitely tie into how I got my start.
Good. So where did the thought and the vision for the podcast come from?
The thought and the vision for the podcast, one of the things I wanted to do is I don't want to be a creator who just gets naked in front of a camera. I wanted to have a passion project where I can give back as well as a community. I love to entertain. And so I've done, different, radio stuff in the past, a little bit of co-hosting live TV. That was way back when. And so the podcast, mine is a audio and video. So I'm on YouTube, and it just kind of fit in exactly, what I wanted to think. I wanted to highlight mature creators in the adult industry. And that can be a creator doing a multitude of things. I've had studio owners on. I've had photographers that do adult photography. I recently am releasing this week an episode where I interview an adult testing facility owner. And so, along with some iconic actors and actresses, from the 80s and 90s. And so it's just been a lot of fun.
Great.
Well, that's the point, right? Why do something if it's not fun and you don't enjoy it?
Right. It's so, my passion for that podcast is so deep and I get so obsessed with it, like, talking to creators and booking people that the other day I was like, oh, I haven't filmed any new solo content in like 3 months. I guess I need to do that.
So in the podcast itself, and conversations and focus, as you say, empowering and bringing the older generation. What are the conversations?
I have various different conversations depending on what they're doing in the adult industry. Recently or throughout the podcast, I've had conversations with iconic, porn stars like Christy Canyon and Jasmine St. Clair, and just listening to, how they got in the business, how they have seen that industry evolve has also been interesting because things are so different now. Yeah. I mean, they didn't have OnlyFans or necessarily the internet. The internet was babyish, just coming in, in the late 90s. And so also you didn't have the self-produced content back then. If you weren't working for a studio, then you weren't really in the industry that, much. So now
not at all.
Things have just evolved. So I love hearing their take on that. The photographers, I just recently interviewed a photographer and talking about how his business evolved from more doing audio, maybe radio stuff, kind of merged into the photography, and then, made that jump into the adult industry and the art that he's producing. And so just so much out there. I think we've just touched the surface.
I mean, and even that has changed so much. Photography and recording and the days of actual film.
Yeah, where you got to go drop your 35 millimeter spool off and wait a week, and you're like, whoa, is everything going to look right? Oh no, they're all shot.
Right. And I mean, even the birth of editing software, and now as we go forward, the AI, what's going to happen? We don't know how much AI is going to impact us.
Exactly. I mean, because that is right at your fingertips as a viewer. With AI, you can tell it what to do and be done.
Right.
So how is that going to change customs that you would do? It really is the transformation and growth of the industry due to technology. You're right, is wild. And as you said in the 90s, what was there? AOL Messenger and MySpace.
That's right. Yahoo chat rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Well, and congratulations on that. And
Thank you.
I've listened to a few episodes, and it always was. I enjoyed the listen as far
Thank
as
you.
what was with the direction and some of the conversation. So, good luck to you with that. Continued
Thank you.
success. You had a few features over the last kind of few months. So you were in ASN magazine.
I was. That was awesome.
And you've done you've been featured in Hustler as well.
I have.
From that standpoint, the print media, is that something you enjoy doing and you enjoy dabbling in?
I do. And recently I just messaged Hustler magazine and I said, okay, if Martha Stewart can be on the front of Sports Illustrated, Ruby Lynne, America's hottest GILF, needs to be on the front of Hustler. I think we just have to decide that.
Yes. Yeah. What are we thinking? Let's get it done.
I'm still striving for that cover. I feel like I have a point to prove.
Yeah. Not wrong. I think when Sports Illustrated came out and I was like, who is it? Wait a minute. I'm like, I thought somebody was I literally thought somebody was joking. I'm like, no, really? And I looked, I went, oh, you're not shitting me.
Yeah.
So,
it was awesome. I was so excited.
It really was. And that's, at first it was like shock because, again, I thought somebody was just BSing. And then I'm like, no, you're not lying. I'm like, okay. Changing times.
Yes.
I think is really the only way to describe it.
I agree.
And we've seen that in a lot of ways, just from, tattooed performers.
Yes.
And how that's become more
accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, no, you didn't see performers that had a female
right
with tattoos. That was just so looked negatively upon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, progression is good. Growth is good.
It is. It is. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I remember I got my first tattoo when I was 18, and my dad didn't talk to me for about 90 days.
Yeah. Well, and
because girls just didn't do that back then.
Right. A lot of that is a generational thing. I mean,
yes.
My grandfather was a Navy man. He had a whole bunch of the old Navy, self-done Navy tattoos, but did not like my 3 that I have that are very feminine and, just that wasn't.
It's not what was done.
That wasn't how they did things then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah, and over the years we've talked to female performers, and they're like, yeah, that's it. As we continue to grow, minds expand, new generations happen. That's it.
Yep, absolutely.
As we kind of wind down, next, the other thing I got to know is from your content creation and your scenes and what you do. What is the thought behind it? Do you write your scenes to be set a certain way, or are you do you get fan feedback and, hey, I'd love to see a scene kind of set in this situation? Or what drives that?
All of that, all the above.
Great.
So I frequently do polls on my OnlyFans, and I'll say, what do you want to see more of? Solo, boy, girl, girl, or something else, comment below. And so I think that's what my fans do appreciate about me, is I'm always looking for their feedback, because I feel like feedback is a gift. And so I want to give them what they want to see. Mm-hmm. So I definitely do get feedback from them. As for scenes, I don't always have this, script in my head. Like I'm actually releasing this week my very first DVP scene, and went into that with the 2 male talent. And I really didn't have a scene, in my head, because I also like to get feedback from my co-stars, my collabs. I want to know what they're thinking. I mean, technically, I feel like I'm probably a little bit controlling, so I always probably have something in my head based on my niches. I have two different niches that I cater to. But yeah, I do like to get feedback because I also want my co-star to be able to sell that content and make money off of it.
And like you said, you know what your fans and followers are looking for. At the same time, you know what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And, well, that has to be part of it as well.
Right.
From getting the co-star involved and, whoever the other talent is you're working with, sure, they have what is great for them, what feels good for them, what, side of what side of their body looks the best, or
right.
I mean, who knows? Everybody has a thought prod. No, don't take a picture from my left side. Come around a little.
Totally.
Gosh, even our son just went through that with senior pictures. He was like, "No, we're not picking that one. That's my bad side." I went,
What?
I'm like, are you kidding? But hey.
Well, and my partner is my videographer, so he shoots all of my scenes that I do with others, and definitely that's a benefit because he knows the angles that are better for me and that kind of thing, and also shooting so many scenes, he'll know what my normal progression is. If I'm in one position, he already anticipates, he knows which side I'm going to roll to, or, that kind of thing. And so that helps a lot.
Well, and I think that's something that maybe that viewers and fans don't think about. Working with that same videographer and that flow and the consistency at the end of the day is...
And especially if it's your partner.
Yes, that knows you even better than someone else. But then at the same time, too, I would imagine that post-production, that means less editing, too.
I try to have as little editing as possible.
Because fans don't understand that the time involved in something like that. I mean, we can appreciate it from the podcast and in the editing that we do. From your podcast side with video and audio, I can only imagine it's even longer and more in depth. And then from a scene, oh my gosh.
And I hate editing. Not my favorite thing to do. I love making the content, but editing it. Ugh.
Editing means sitting in front of a computer for hours. Yeah. I lose my mind. Like, I'm not one to sit. As you said, you work 16 hours a day doing a lot of different things. So you're always on the move as well. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be my first thing that I hire done is my editing.
Ship it out. Go.
That's right.
Well, you just previously mentioned that you have two different niches. Mm-hmm. What are those?
So I feel like for those that don't know. So I feel like I'm pretty lucky that I have carved out two separate niches where I think, some creators have just their main niche. I've created two. So one is my stepmom, mommy dom side, which I appeal to those, that fan base that has that fetish. And then I've also carved out like the MILF next door, the GILF next door. And so I love finding creators who are literally the dad bod next door, the guy next door. And the reason being is my viewers in certain age ranges, they can see that as themselves. Mm-hmm. I like to just the normal guy. I recently shot with someone who'd never shot before. And that was amazing. And that content was like wildfire.
Mm-hmm. And we did speak about the scene I'm sure you're probably discussing.
Yes.
And Mr. Dangle, we talk about him regularly on the show. We would not be here without him. Love him. When he had actually told us, he's like, I'm going to do it. It was like, that is awesome.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun with that. And I hope to do more content with him, but my viewers just ate it up. My fans, they loved it. And I have some more Guy Next Door scenes coming in August when I'm in Vegas. So I'm super excited about that.
Very nice. Good. Pretty much that's what we had question-wise.
Awesome.
I guess from your end, what's on your plate coming up in the near future? Anything you can want to plug, want to kind of talk about that's, on the burner, getting ready to come off here soon?
Yeah, so I just talked about it starting today. I am actually writing a book that should be coming out in the next few months. So I'm excited about that. And I think it'll be really good. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give it away yet because I'm still working on it. But just, some advice as you enter this industry, especially for mature creators, things you can do. So I'm excited about the book project. I'm headed to Vegas in August. Like I said, do some collabs, work with some creators I haven't worked with before. So I'm super excited about that. And especially when it's someone I've watched their content, I've watched them on Twitter. And I'm like, I'm just going to shoot my shot. So send them a message and they're like, I'd love to work with you. So I'm excited about that.
That is great. And what you just said, just shoot your shot and see, what's the worst they could say? Oh, I'm busy. No, not interested.
Right. Right.
Hey.
And I've had creators turn me down, and it's fine. I have a unique approach. I don't allow any of my nudity outside of a paywall. So, you aren't ever allowed to have my tits and pussy on Twitter. And so, I've had some creators turn me down because of that, and that's perfectly fine.
And you have your kind of guidelines and your comfort. And hey, guess what? No, this is how it's going to be. And you stay steadfast in your thoughts and your beliefs. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So, but I am excited about these new collabs and the new content coming out.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, gives listeners and fans alike stuff to look forward to in the future as you continue to continue to plow away. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Did you say plow away or get plowed? I didn't hear that right.
Oh, well, again, we truly appreciate your time. Can you one more time before we go, let everyone know where they can find you online and social media?
Yes, definitely check out Ruby Lynne, RubyLynne.com for all things Ruby. You can also find the podcast and all its information at thegrannypantypodcast.com. And that'll link you to YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. But thank you so much, you guys, for having me on. It was so fun.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Again, thank you. We appreciated the time. It was, again, as we said, it was great to finally get to meet you and talk to you in Chicago.
Yes.
And as we kind of coordinated schedules, it was great kind of nailing down some time to sit down and talk.
You and Rex spent quite a bit of time chatting outside the hotel, too.
A little awesome. Chat and some bourbons and stuff. So, yeah, it was
awesome.
That's the best part of conventions. So,
yeah.
Outside of that, is there any of those on the list as far as this year before we go that fans may be able to find you?
I'm thinking about Exotica, New Jersey. I haven't made a decision yet about that. But as far as I know, that would be the only fan-facing event, for this year.
Good. Well, if things work out, fans might be able to see you in Jersey. We know we will be there. We
perfect.
Are working on some things right now.
Nice.
For that, so you never know. And we'll just leave it at that as well.
Same.
Tease.
Yeah. And we can talk about that after we're done recording, too.
Right.
So, again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And best of luck to you.
Thank you so much, you two. It was so fun.
Thank you. All right. Well, yep. A little surprised we came back at the end for just a short minute or two. Probably a short minute. I hope everybody, again, enjoyed our interview It was really a good time. Ruby is a wonderful person. Some things coming up in the future as she discussed. So keep an eye out for that. We teased a few weeks ago about a few things coming up. We'll just say, keep an eye on our social medias. This coming Monday, the tub's going to be on the road. A little event. We'll be out mingling around the Pittsburgh airport area. A good fun evening. Typically had by all. Have a past guest. DJ Cheetah and Angel will be at this event playing some music. Be some food, some drinks, some cigars. An overall good time. So make sure you check out our social media links to find out where we will be this coming Monday evening, the 19th of June.
Mm-hmm. The only thing not having a good time will be the food getting cooked.
Yes. Sometimes you got to have that. So again, as we said, make sure you're supporting Ruby as well as all the other guests that we've had on the show. Pay for your porn. Wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
we'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.